Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Welcome back. Let me make sure this thing is live streaming. Type me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me and see the... Oh, there it goes. Perfect. All right, I think we can see it now. Welcome back. Let's see. Oh, I like the expectations. We've got... I expect top shelf educational content. I like the sound of that. All right, I'm playing with this new little thing here. Waiting for Master Vinny Emini, mentor of our mentors. Let's get ready to go. Very cool. Okay, so we're gonna play with this chat here. If you guys have something you would like answered here tonight, type it there in the chat. If I miss it, please ping it again, and we'll pop it up here in the chat, and we'll be able to talk about it. All right, so think about, let's talk about things that we are going to talk about here tonight. I've got a list. First of all, I did a $2,300 day. Not too bad. Wish I had more time to trade today. I've been pretty busy trying to get our new code out. So new code is coming. We'll talk about some of the features there tonight. The broker statement I will post again on Twitter. People have been asking, hey, can you post a broker statement? Show these guys what's up. Sure. Broker statement coming tonight on Twitter. Make sure you are following me at Real Vinny Emini on Twitter. Please, everyone, do that. And speaking of, please go ahead and take a moment here while we're stretching. Hit that like button here for me while we are going here tonight. We'll do some of that. We're also going to talk about the screenshot review from the room I put in earlier today, talking about the end of day trap traders, retail in the crosses. Write this down if you're taking notes here tonight. I'm going to talk to you about retail in the crosses. We're talking about specifically the white crosses. I did a real-time live streaming review talking about it and taking action on those. It's just something that I'm telling you guys, like literally I think through these things. I see a white cross, I ask myself where the retail trader is, and I take trades on that. If you guys didn't see that last live stream right before this one, go back and watch that 4K broker statement live stream. See it in action, but I'll talk about how we play those here again tonight. I think it's a very valuable lesson for anyone at any level, any trader. If you're using even our default AlgoBox Pro system 1776 for a full year, there on just the gold pack is going to include those white crosses. And if you were to play just on those here tonight, I think you're going to see why you're going to want those. Very, very powerful. We're going to talk about the AudioBox Local, new position control buttons coming, and the new 5-trade tracker and the HTF tracker on the website, and the Black Friday event coming up, launching on November the 1st. Not next week, but like a couple days into the following week. And if you get in before that, though, because again, everybody always waits till Black Friday. So I'm going to reward people. I'm going to reward the early birds. Here's what we're going to do. If you're talking to your friends, if they're wanting to jump in with us, they're all like, we got a lot of people waiting for Black Friday. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to go ahead and release the Black Friday event early here tonight. It's going to be the same offer on the lifetime side. Now, there will be some other yearlies and monthly plan stuff on Black Friday, yes. But if you were going to go lifetime anyways with us, I'm going to give you the Black Friday offer. But if you get in before the Black Friday event, I'm going to throw in the golden knife, Vinny's golden knife, to represent our golden edge in the markets. I haven't given one of those way out in a very, very long time. Those were Founders Club members only back in the day. We used to give out the golden knives. One of my favorite pieces, going to give away the golden knife, as well as a beanie cap, AlgoBox beanie cap to keep your head warm while we're trading this winter. Again, final quarter of the year, best time of year to trade, and going into the first part of the year, these cold months, they really pay, especially this week. Don't forget another thing about this week. What is going on this week that you need to pay attention to with the extra volatility? We've got over 30% of the S&P companies reporting this week. Going to be huge days this week for earnings. Type !earnings in the chat in the Discord room, and it will pop out the numbers of companies reporting that day. Make sure you understand that. Know that. One of the commands you need to get familiar with there in our chat.
On the 9.
Okay. Let's see. Can you put your input on double DCDM cluster reversals? Yes. Remind me when we start talking about the crosses there, and we will do it. Speaking of, let's get it right now. forget trading is risky and all that good stuff. Make sure you pay attention to all of that. But if trading is for you, this is probably also a place for you. Let's get to it. So let me pull up the screenshot. I want to start there tonight here that I posted into our Discord channel chat, where I thought I was going to close out my day. I think I was up around 1600 at that point. Let's see, scrolling back. And here we go. Yes, I was up 1630 at the time. I add a little bit more to it, about another 700 or so to end the day. But let's talk about this screenshot setup right here. So let's go to this one. Well, first, let's go over the stats. So people ask, hey, Vinny, well, what are your stats? So here's today for me. I got some long side, short side. I mean, I think today's speed was great. Did you guys notice that? Pretty good speed there today. 1630 at the time. Profit factor 4.58. Very minimal drawdown. Not too bad. 83% profitable there for me today. Longs got some, shorts got some. Great day overall at that point. Now I thought I'd rounded out my day around that point. Added a little bit more to it, but I took the screenshot. Here's my, I had some dips. Nothing wrong with little dippage. All good. Learn to love the dips. We talk about that in here. Learn to love the dips. Don't get frustrated. They're going to happen. Get used to them. Start marking them out on your P&L when you are doing the analysis. Click on analysis. Visually see how you're coming back from that stuff. All right. So not too bad there on the stats. Now let's go talk about the crosses. How we know when we've got some trap traders. I'm specifically going to go in and talk to you guys in more detail what I did in one of the live streams where, I did this live, but here we go. We're going to do a mentorship Monday specifically around this and the whys. Now that we have the alpha omegas, we have made some adjustments to our code. So if you are concerned with, hey, well, Vinny, one of your old videos is blah, blah, blah. Yes, we need to update our videos. Okay. Some of our videos need some updating. I would recommend, going to the most recent stuff, maybe kind of working your way backwards at the same time. If you are coming straight in and you're going to go through all the content, I had a guy today, like continuously asking questions before he's even finished the training, doesn't want to pay for training, and it goes out there. And then at some point my patience runs thin and I will remove you from my room. Like I really want the people who want to be here, but it's got to be my way. Okay. I'm going to tell you when I'm talking about training, I don't care about how you trade, but if you're going to talk about the way we go through your training, you go through the training the way that I ask you to, because it avoids a lot of the stuff that happens on a regular basis. The questions that are continuously repeated, the questions that if you ask them in a certain way, it misguides people, other new people who are in the room. I'm asking you to go through the training the way that I ask you to do it. Go to our website. If you are in the 2-week free trial, go through the videos on the website in the free section. Okay. And if you're sitting around here, still going to be sitting in free, whatnot, and you're not going to join another system, be careful of, just throwing in questions that are already asked, answered in our training and things that sort. If you start telling me that I said something in a video that I didn't say, listen, man, there's nothing more frustrating to me than somebody telling me you said this in a video. I'm like, bro, it couldn't be any more further from the truth. Somebody said the only trade Fridays. I literally removed him from the room. I can't be any more specific around my Fridays. I always tell people Fridays for me, one of the most difficult days. I think Fridays are tricky. In fact, I'm early in, early out on Fridays. Somebody's like, oh, you trade only on Friday. I'm like, bro, you're done. We're done. It wasn't just that one. There were some other things that the same person had said. Gotta go. All right. If you want to really learn, let's go. Okay. So what do we have right here? Pop quiz. Type it in the chat. What should we be seeing here? I want to take a note. We've drawn a region. Yes. We got a region. That's the hint. What do we know about this right here? Double cross. Someone asked earlier, how do you determine double cross, double move versus DCR? One big one. I am telling you more specifically recent, like this is kind of more recent where I draw these more because of how our tools have progressed over time. It used to be, if you're like watching my old videos, you used to have to draw structures. I mean, our system is drawing structures now for you. So I can pay attention to other things. So I'm really now focusing in on going ahead and drawing those regions. Visualize the regions, which are going to be accumulation distribution. We're looking for drawing the region for the accumulation. Because remember, we want to play on the biggest plays in the distribution leg. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back in the videos and you'll understand. But I'm going to be marking regions. So yes, hopefully you guys, how many of you said this is a double cross at the edge of a region? Let's see, I'm going to scroll up. Extremes of a zone. Somebody said extremes of a zone. That's true. ECDM in the top of an accumulation zone. So a little bit more. I'm looking for a little bit more than that. It's going to be a reversal, right? Yes, right here. 69 SG said it's a reversal. Why? DCR at the top of an AC region. Boom. Right there. That is the proper answer. Great job there, Greg. I'm sure some other people said it. ECDM reversal. So remember, I call it a DCR. Yes, Missile got it right there. See, DCR. Okay, so put it down in your notes here tonight. I call this a DCR. Yes, our system labels it a DCDM. It's always going to do that. You know, we don't have a way to, I'm not detecting whether we're at the top of a region or not. Okay, that's up on you. You need to decide whether this is going to be we got a double cross up at the top of a region. Then I am calling this a DCR. Everybody got that? Any questions? Pop the question in the chat. This should be pretty straightforward. A double cross at the top of a region, or if there was one here, same thing. The bottom of it, I want to reverse it. Now reverse it from where? Its direction that it came from. Where did it come from? It came from up here, so I want to reverse it. That means I want to go. Got to do my arrows better. There we go. Then I want to take it down. We're down here.
Enigma long on the NQ5.
My DCR is going to go back up. When I'm targeting, I generally want to target the middle of the zone. So here's T1, middle of the zone, and I will hold a target to the other side for T2. So if I go short up here, I want to target and take some off in the middle of the zone, and then I want to take my final target at the other side of the zone. Now, if it comes back up, obviously come back to break even. I'm closing out the trade. Okay, these are standard things that you should already know on that. Okay. So same thing, both sides, both directions. What about the cluster at the top of a AC region? So for me, same thing. If I see a cluster in general, 3 or more crosses, I'm going to, in general, I'm already going to be looking for that reversal as it is. Okay. So if I start seeing that, boom, 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 first thing I want to do a reversal at the top of a zone. And just in general, clusters, I'm already going to be looking for a quick reversal first,
on the 3.
Especially if I've got speed. Now, if I don't have speed, we're going slow, chugga, then there may be the continuation. But again, where's your stop at? Again, it's not perfect. If it stops out, where's your stop? Top of the box. Okay, small risk, bigger reward. Okay, so there's your double cross reversal. So I think that answered the, what about the cluster at the top? Yes. Reverse price often do they DCRs? Reverse price often do they DCRs? Keep good, likey Mike, most of. Yes. Or Toto. All right. Cluster, no flamingos. All right. Very good. Let's go to the next one. All right. I had mentioned right here, study who entered the position here. We'll talk about it in tonight's mentorship. Okay. So I was doing this live real time. Let me go back to a video to show you after tonight's video. If you have not seen this video, I highly recommend you go to this video. And over here to the AlgoBox official channel and find this video right here. 4K broker statement, live algo, there we go. About an hour and 48 minutes. If somebody wants to post the link there in our Discord chat and in the comments, that would be amazing. That video right there, see me do it in real time and actually trade there right in front of you with a live account. And yes, broker statement was also posted that day on Twitter. Go check it out. Okay, so let's walk through the trades themselves. I think I already have it open. Here we go. So as this, first we get activity up top, retail on the wrong side, right? Just always think, let's rewind here for a second. Let's start with some notes that you need to. Your first thought when you see a white cross in general, especially on the low time frames, think this is where retail pressed the button. Just think that way. Quote. Okay, white crosses, think retail. We can literally like label it. Most likely, remember everything we talked about here. There's no absolute guarantees, but watch how often you'll see this happen. Okay, white crosses, think retail. Where did retail press the button? Okay, it's enough activity that we know that a bunch of people thought the same thing at the same location. So in that thinking, up here, these guys originally got wrecked. What's a typical stop for a retail trader? Maybe 10, 15 ticks. Okay, so here's stops getting hit because they're up here, they're getting long, right? Why? Because this looks up. Yep, we're looking like they're going up. Again, looking like we're going up. Looks like we're breaking a top here. They're like, oh, cool, I'm going to take this break. Wrecked. Okay, first thing I do, shove them off, drop it down, take them out, stops hit. So these guys get wrecked. Now we're coming down to the other side. Now, the people who are not in up here, you got a different set of retailers who are sitting here thinking, okay, boom, I got a big drop. I got a big drop again. Okay, I'm going to press the button right here. So this is the first press of a button right here. So retail, press the button. What does the blue represent? Alpha Omega cross. This is the big guy. Okay, you see the colored crosses, Alpha Omegas, for your notes. Okay, when I say algo, I'm not talking about AlgoBox. Not us, not the small guy. Big guys who are moving positions. These are the big guys playing. Okay, you see these guys? This is big guys. Okay, so keep that in mind as you think through a narrative of a location. So right here, right back behind them, retail steps in right here, thinking we're going to go short. Okay, gets them a little bit scared, gives them the second leg of, what do we call this? Leg of hope. How do we know this? What do I think? I see a big drop as a retailer. I'm like, oh, okay, we're going down. Okay, here we go. Boom, starts going down. Feels real good. Boom, we're entering in right here. We crack the edge of this. Boom, okay, I'm getting in short. Here's the big guys stepping in, picking up orders. All right, now we do get right after it. We get a decent Enigma drop. How many ticks do we get? Probably about 20. And as I told you before, off of these, our target one, we're looking for about 20 ticks off of a good Enigma. Happens to be a moonshot. Make sure that you label that as a moonshot. You should know that, right? And can a double AO be considered as a DCDM? It can. Yes, everything is context. Okay, I'll show you some examples here from today where, again, sometimes it's also a reversal. It really is context, and I tend to tell you, like, it's easier to read retail than it is for the big guys. That's why I really like reading off of the white crosses. Okay. But you'll see here in a minute. Follow with me here. So we got a moonshot. Cool. 20 ticks. Targets filled. No problem for us. Okay. Now you also know there's enough retail hands that also popped in right here. And where are they going? So we got short set. We got short set. Now, any retailer who tried to hold this for very long, you know, sure, this is, again, does every retail trade fail? No, they're going to make some, right? They don't mind them grabbing a couple bags, but are they going to get on the right side of the big plays? Not very often. So, you know, could they have gotten 10, 15 ticks? Sure. But then this guy right here, this is the last guy in. Okay, this is the oh crap. This is the oh crap retailer. This is the oh, I'm missing out on the move. I got to press the button right here button. And that guy's wrecked. You will see this little triple cross formation quite often. Take a screenshot, see it on your own charts. We get one leg, two legs down, convincing move. Boom, they get in once. Boom, second set, because you get a little pullback. Everybody's like, oh, I got a nice little pullback. I'm going to go ahead and go short right there. You give them hope. Give them a little green. Another little hope. Leg of hope. And destruction. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about with a leg of hope, again, watch that video I just went through earlier. I'm telling you, you're going to want to see that. Okay. So, legs of hope, last guy in, totally wrecked, total carnage, and we're off to the races. Okay. Now, this guy is going to get smoked. All the orders from this guy is getting smoked. All of them from this guy is smoked. This guy smoked too. If they tried to hold those positions longer than maybe a few ticks, this is the one that gets everybody. So, retail carnage. Then, now we've gone up and up and up and up and up. Okay, so next set of retailers, right? Remember I always tell you guys, think in shifts, think of sections. We've crossed back through the region. Now we're on the other side of the region, right? So now, where's the first retailer thinking, okay, I'm getting long. Okay, cool, I'm getting long. Right there, and big drop out again. Okay, go back in your charts. This is your homework assignment for this week, is study the white crosses as retail. Spell it out. Okay, how did they get wrecked? When did they get wrecked? Can you feel it yourself? Picture yourself, feel yourself getting in at that position and ask yourself what's happening. Yes, Project Benoit said retail carnage. Yes, I see them with a harmonic too. Let's see. He was asking about, did I miss a question? Take into account the huge delta fin. Is that a double delta? So what video do I talk about just a single one of these? Maybe a Delta King. I don't have timing lines here, so perhaps if there was a double king, but I don't know what else you want to add to that. Again, study my stuff, know my stuff. You're overthinking it. Yes. Now that is the right answer. Yes, that is the right answer. Now you're overthinking, right? Now you're trying to add more to it. You don't need to add more to it than that. What you got here, Mr. Rowan? What is this? What did you bring me? You want me to open this for you? Is that what you're asking? Okay. Sorry, one moment. We're opening pickled carrots and pickled asparagus here. Okay, can you take this to your brothers? Okay. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Okay. Broken clock is right two times a day. That's true. Again, retail. I think the concern with once you start going down this path and reading retail off of white crosses is just that if you start thinking that retail is going to be wrong every single time. Yes. So I'm glad you brought that up, Lightbringer. They are going to be right a few times here and there. Okay. So make sure your stops same place. If you're going to play against the white cross, no problem. Okay. You get in right here. You go long. Okay. Where's your stop? Right there. Little tiny stop out. No big deal. You try it. Take a tag, grab a bag. No problem. Okay. But you will find this happen over and over again. And not just, again, this is just one single screenshot, but go watch my live stream videos. See me do that through the entire session, reading and smashing. Good examples there. I did it a lot today as well. And these two places, particularly for me, great ones as well. So go check out that video. I feel like there was another set. Oh, yes, there's more. Let's look at end of day. There was even more of this that went on. Let's talk through it. So white crosses, retail. AO, big guys. Okay. You said dots and harmonics also influence the crosses. Correct, boss. Okay. I don't know why you guys keep using influence. Okay, listen, I am very concerned for those of you guys who keep saying, and. Okay, be careful. The strategies are the strategies. Okay. Dots and harmonics. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. What is a dot plus a harmonic? HMD, it's a harmonic dot. Sure. Do they influence the crosses? What do you mean, influence the crosses? Did I ever say that in a video? Listen, I'm urging you. I'm imploring you. If you think I said something, go find the video where I said it. I hope that you have a note on it. If you didn't have a note on it, it probably didn't happen. I think a lot of you guys fall into this sometimes. You're talking yourself into things that don't exist. If it needed to be taught or needed to be said, I probably said it. Now, there's some exceptions. Some people who have been around here a long time, you know, I always use the example of Masher. Okay, Masher came up with a strategy called, we literally now call it the Masher. You know, he saw something repetitively come out. We have the Plover, came from another one of our members, the Plover. Straight leg with a cross, boom, into a harmonic. Again, someone else made that up. They saw that, they found that, and then I taught the strategy. Speak in strategies. Speak in strategies. Write it down here today. Think in strategies. Don't think about everything else. Don't be a cloud watcher. Okay? A cloud watcher is where you see everything, and in everything, sometimes it's just a cloud. You're like, oh, I need to be a shape in the cloud. Remember, I always use the Homer Simpson example. I'm like, oh, I see Homer Simpson in the clouds. It's the Homer Simpson? No, it's just a cloud. But I see baby Jesus in the cloud. Okay, it's probably just a cloud. You know what I'm saying? Don't, the things that are obvious, like trade the setups, trade the strategies, stop overthinking it, play it like a video game. Your P&L will follow. That's my advice. Okay. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. So let's think it through. So we've got retail. First of all, this is straight drop, DCDM, no problem. Double cross, double move. I think this was because of speed. We're falling outside of a zone here. Yeah, prior zone is up here. So if we were to draw in the region, okay, so you had a region up here. We have fallen out. Okay, coming out of the region, double cross. So is this a reversal? No, we want to continue. Now, I don't generally like this. I did not take this play here, mainly because this was like, so didn't get this. I still like a nice straight leg. Like if this had gone like this, boom, double cross, double move. I like to see it with a straighter leg than that. This is a little bit too, I'm not into it. Okay, but I just wanted to point it out because we are talking about white crosses. Okay, so let's see if we can find the retailers getting smashed down here for a minute. Okay, so right down here at this point, you've seen they've been watching this and watching this and watching this and watching this, and boom. Okay, this is a very convincing. All right, we're going. They get in right there. Right. How many times you've been there? Right. Feels like the market's gonna go. Oh, I get some extra speed. I'll get some extra oomph. You can go a few more ticks for me. All of a sudden we're like, yoink. Oof. All right, now you're like, oh, okay, here we go. It's okay. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I mean, they could get some ticks, but it's a lot of heat coming in here, right? So first one, retail, what are they thinking? Just ask yourself what they're thinking. Okay, so we're probably trying to go back the other way. Same thing. Now we've continued to go down. We're telling everyone. Yeah, you are screaming to everybody. We're going down. Okay, right about here, like, okay, we're going down. Oh, yes, we're going. They give them about 5 ticks. 10. Yoink. Big guys step in. Yoink, 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 yoink. All right, these guys are totally hosed. All right, when you start to see it that way, you start to read into those. You will see this quite often. Okay. Let's read through some more. All right, so close on the top side, coming down to the bottom. All right, looks like we got a convincing move to the bottom. Okay, probably trying to get short there. Yoink. Okay, now this guy's like, maybe I'll add to my position. Okay, cool. Oh, yoink. Not easy. Not easy. Okay, start reading these along and accordingly, go in accordingly with the white crosses. Start thinking through retail entries. Screenshot review. We covered both of those. End of day trap trader. We talked about that. Talked about the Black Friday event. Okay. So let's do questions. I did not prepare for a video review here tonight. I will do one tomorrow for you, but I'll open up for questions. If there are questions, let's get those answered. Oh, real quick, while you guys are popping your questions, another thing that you should do, this is a suggestion for anyone who, I actually think it's a good idea for everybody, but if you're having performance issues on your computer, create a new profile before you bust your computer out, before you go buy a new computer. Create a new user account, also called a profile, used interchangeably. Okay, before Mr. Roman, I told you I need to finish. Okay. So create a new user profile before you go buy a new machine. Create a brand new profile. And while you do that, because some people have said, hey, well, I need my OneDrive and all that kind of stuff. And again, OneDrive will interfere. I'm just telling you, it does interfere. Anybody who wants to tell you that it doesn't, it absolutely does. The same way, again, people like, oh, you tell people to turn off your antivirus. It has nothing to do with it. The system has a virus and that kind of stuff. It's just like a gamer. Okay, it's just like a gamer. You will need to turn off all of the additional external things on your PC if you want to get the max out of your PC. So disable those. So this would help. So that way you can have your personal profile separate. You can do whatever you want on your other profile. You can do your business profile of other things that you do, and then just switch users. It's very easy. I'm going to show you a screenshot of what that looks like. Even myself, I would do this, particularly to manage my my own dev work. And then after we've finished out some dev, then I'll pop over to a QA profile. Let me show you what that looks like for me. So you'll see how easy it is. Sorry, I should have had this ready earlier. Where did I put that? There we go. Okay. So if you click on your start bar for me, so you'll notice I've got multiple accounts here going on. So each of these is a separate profile on my machine. So I want to switch over to my dev instance. It's very easy. I click on start, I click on my little logged in icon, and now it will show me the other accounts that I can log into. Okay. Purely, for instance, I got QA, and then if I have some bug release thing, I'll come in, I'll do a QA number 2 so I can compare them. My dev work, and then of course Ninja Vinny, that's me here while I am doing my own live streams and trading, NinjaTrader, all that kind of stuff. So for you, what I usually recommend, so if you're logged in under, say that you're in your Vinny account, that's you, okay, then you also have a Ninja Vinny. So this one is for your personal, do your games, all that kind of stuff on it, and the other one just purely NinjaTrader, AlgoBox. Maybe you've got all your screenshots saved up on this profile, your recordings. It's much easier to organize this way. So this is an organizational thing as well as a performance thing. So create a new profile on your computer. I actually recommend, like I said, I recommend everybody actually do this. Maybe you got a link to straight to our Discord room, maybe straight to the MacV Ultimate room, straight in there, all of it right there, nothing else to distract you. And there's some philosophical things around this as well. Some YouTube videos out there on what it's like to have a clean desktop, a clean desk area allows your mind to work better as well. So there we go. Create some profiles on your machine before you go buy a new computer. Try that first. See if that helps your performance as well. and any leftover stuff. Sometimes there's things left over in profiles and things of that sort. Much easier if you have it all separated. Okay. Organized people live longer, says Missile Silo. Is that a fact? I don't know. Feels that way. I wish I was more organized sometimes. Haha, looks like my user accounts. Yeah, exactly. I know, right? Because you're a fellow dev. So George is a developer. He knows what's up. Let's see. The current release has been nearly flawless for me. Never crashes. Oh, love it. Sometimes I have to start and share twice in the mornings. Very good. Very good stuff. Thank you for that. Yeah, now the next release, we are going to have AudioBox. Who's ready for some cool AudioBox local? Is that going to be cool or what? AudioBox local. And then we're going to have some, what I'm calling position control buttons. Let's see if I can pull up a screenshot. Save those in the proper location. See if I can pull it quick enough here for you. Again, I'm just stalling for time. If anybody has questions, we are, a lot of these Mentorship Mondays I've run too long, so I did not have time for questions at the end. So I am open for questions. You guys got questions, pop them in there and we'll get them answered there for you. All right, scrolling back here. Yes, so don't forget about our trade tracker. So you guys will start to see me use this instead of this lovely one up here, my physical one. Hello, everyone. It's going to go away. Just going to free up, a camera off of my desk type of area and give me some space around here. And I'll have this up top here for you guys instead. And I will use that as well. It's got some neat little sounds on that. So that is on the website. And the tide wave tracker as well. High time frame. Keep that in your eye. Know where your big plays are going to be. All right, here we go. All right, any instrument, if you have a data feed for it, turn it on. And I say data feed if you have, because some people come to me and ask about forex. As long as your forex has a data feed with volume, then you're good. So get one from NinjaTrader. Some of the external brokers, don't have that, but if it's got a data feed, we will be reading the ticks. And we'll have our proprietary filtering there around it for you on that. All right. New trade management, what we'll call position control, because they're only really going to be used when you have a position open. So position control buttons, auto spread your targets, auto group your stops. I wouldn't say auto. I guess auto is not the proper term. I'd have to say, once you press the button. So if you want them organized, you can quickly press them instead of going over there frantically, moving your targets. Just press one button, have them auto spread. Myself, you guys are gonna be seeing me use that on live streams. I'm super excited about it as well, and I really like this each tick near. So literally stack all my targets right behind there. So if I'm doing a T1, but instead of 10, I can get a 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13 maybe even. It's gonna be awesome. So okay, those are the new features. Hopefully I gave you enough time to ask questions. Let me see. Will it matter what chart that turns on a wave, ripples, etc.? It will not matter. Look flawless. Excellent. Look forward to the audio box local. Let's see, is this a question? It's not a stupid question, but what does the red omega... I guess I need to make more room here for this thing. Hold on a second, see if... How do I do that? I think it's press Alt. Ooh, there we go. Oh, big long question. Taking me space to get it. Okay, there we go. What does the red omega mean, and what does the green alpha mean? Like, are the red sellers and green buyers? Sorry, this is a stupid question. So, no. The way that I colored them was if I wanted to go against them. It's kind of hard to think. So basically, it actually means it's sort of like the opposite. It's like you've got significant amounts of buy orders, size and speed at a level that's beyond white cross level stuff. Then I colored them the opposite, if that makes sense. So, and I mean, I could have done it the other way. I mean, there's a debate on how we do that. In general, like, I like to think the opposites at the same time. So, okay, so let's come over here and look at an example, because the thing is you can't use them by themselves specifically. You got to read them in context, and that's kind of what I'm trying to teach you. At the same time, you can go and find them. Watch the video. Let's talk about this. Again, this is a complicated topic. In fact, I've said this is one of the, I think it might be the only instrument that I say you need to, I say you need to, but you can adjust. So if I go over here to videos, I'll also teach you guys here where you want to search. Okay, top keywords. I don't know what that is. I think that's from my vidIQ. But if you were to come here to this little magnifier glass, if you're ever wanting to search for a topic on just our stuff, so you're not just like searching everywhere, use a little magnifier on our YouTube channel and we'll search for something. So here I know it's got omega in it, so I'm gonna type in omega here. Here it is. Alpha omega cross tuning. So these are one of the few that you need to tune, doing air quotes here, tune them on higher time frames, because I actually like to have them off of pivots. So this could get into a very deep conversation here. It's why it's a whole 42 minutes long. I do recommend you go back, and if you're having confusion around it, listen, they're not for everybody. If alpha omegas don't make sense to you, if you don't get it, don't do it. Mike Schwartz absolutely swears by them. I swear he like reads them by themselves, crushes trades off of the alpha omegas by themselves. If you learn to do that, it's amazing. Okay, it's awesome. They can be used by themselves, but within context. I still don't think them by themselves. It's not like, oh, red means short, green means long. It's not like that. Okay. Now, the enigmas, they are. Okay, the enigmas are very pure. Green means up, red means down. Dust your hands off. That's an easy one. Alpha mega crosses are not. They are the few that you might want to tune for pivots, and I go into detail in this video as to why I like to do them for pivots, because who doesn't love a perfect pivot, right? I mean, who doesn't love a trade coming straight up to a spot, boom, and then you just keep taking it for a ride, right? So let's look at these two. Can we just take a 17 and go, okay, so that's enough. So if we measure this, oops, wrong button. So that's a 50 tick drop, right? I mean, it's pretty sweet. So you might say, oh, pink, super strong pink alpha omegas give you 51 tick trades. No, not that. I wish if it could only be that simple. But you know, that's a big guy who stepped in there. Okay, remember we talk about handoffs. I would also recommend that same video I said at the beginning, that 4K live stream thing. I talked and walked through in real time while those were coming through. Hey buddy, can you close the door? Yes, sir. All right, the little Indians are coming. I better get going soon. All right, here we go. So let's read through a few of these here though. So a 17.89, I can tell that a level 17 at this time pivoted the turn. You know, to this one, well, look at the time. We've already shifted positions. We're after 4 p.m. Okay, so you can't go, oh, that's the same. They're not. So let's look over here to the left, see if we can find any more pivot points at, remember, divide the day into sections. So this one looks pretty good. What level was it? That is a level 13.7. Okay, so at this point of the day, what's the time? This is at 3:36. At 3:36, within this time window, can you see how 13.6 was a valid pivot level? This was, if I were to tune these, I could have read from this prior one, 13.6, that a 13.6-ish is enough to make a pivot. Can you see that? Everybody type in the chat a 1 if you see that that could be a pivot and why. If you don't, type a 2. I'll try to explain it a little bit further. So how many ticks can I get from that one there? 56. Again, another 50 tick turn. Is that enough for me? Heck yes, right? I'm happy with 15, 25, right? You're going to give me 50, I'm down with it, right? So can you see that if I were able to tune at this moment to go, cool, big, awesome, solid pivot at a 13.6. Now, if I were to come over here and I see a 13.7, is that enough to pivot turn me? You see how me mentally, I can say, yep, that's enough. This was enough, right? Whoever, again, we don't care who, we just know they're a big guy, right? The big guy could turn the market and move it when he hit a 13.6. Whoever's in there, I just think of it like this. He feels like he's got enough juice to move the market in a direction. Okay. 13.6, he juiced it. So the next 13.7, can I try to take a shot at it? Up to you. But I would say yes, this is where I'm going to go. Okay, well, I'm going to be looking, be careful. I may want to take another loop up. What was the move from this one? That one's only 38 ticks. Now depends. Do you measure that, or are you going to say, well, all the way up to the next pink? Well, that's still about 38. Final pink, double one. This is one of Mike Schwartz's favorites, is to have a prior at a high level and then the next one smaller. Reverse opportunity. Again, they're not perfect. Where's your stop? Right there. So if you enter in, boom, just press it. Sure, go. Stops right there. No big deal. You've got to get to a point where you can say no big deal on trades when you take stop outs. If you do that, I'm telling you, P&L will follow. Okay, just put the proper stoppage. They're good. Okay, so alpha omegas, can we turn there? So now, what's a pivot? What time of day is this? This is, well, this is toward the end of the day. Once you start getting to this time of day, so now we're at 3:40 p.m. on the day. So getting close to the end of the day now, I don't want to necessarily take these. Let's go to the beginning of the day to get some more of these. Once you start shifting, especially once you hit you only got about a 10-minute window before this all changes, right? So is a 16.7 enough to turn it? Yes. So up here, where do we get the 16.7? 15.9 plus some extras, and we can see the turn, right? So, but now we're coming to 350 algo. 350 algo hits right here. So I have to draw a pivot, or not a pivot. I have to draw a vertical line here. So now everything to the right of this is a new session. Things to the left, the numbers are valid from this location to this location. So let's look to the left a little bit farther. Is a 13.7 good enough for a turn right now at this time of day? What time of day is that? 326. Okay, 13.7. So were you surprised that this next pivot turn was a 13.6 again? You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. Come on. Like, you get the point though, right? 13.7, 13.7, and this one turns again. You see, like, if you could tune, you're looking for a 13.7 for a tune. Okay, now you get one that's even bigger than that. Wasn't too bad. But this one right there, right? Again, another pivot turn. Cool. Move over to the left. Okay, here things are going haywire. Be careful here. I think the market went absolutely nuts at this time. I don't know what was going on at this time. I remember looking at the market while I was trading, and I was like, whoa, that's something's nuts going on there. I would not try to get a read on this. I'm looking for pivots. All right, that's just how I do it. Okay, so I'm seeing 13s giving me pivots, but right before that, the pivot was a 17.7. That's a bit bigger. As this one starts to come through, I have to ask myself, well, are those big enough? No. Now, is it perfect every time? No. But as Mike Schwartz has said, if he has one that's smaller than the next one, right, this one's actually getting bigger. So he says continuation, right? So he reads off of a 13, which he wouldn't go reverse because it requires a 17 for it to reverse. You understand that? Like right here, at this is a different time of day now, right? Do you understand that? Different time of day, different session. That's why I'm saying this is one of the hardest things to do is tuning. Okay. And it is the trickiest. If you're going to be an alpha omega player, it's going to be a bit trickier. So, you know, plan that way, plan accordingly. But they come at they got good distance between them that I really like to watch them a lot, right? I just think of big guys and small guys on the tape. So this one, continue on, you know, big move. So the second one comes in, and then there's the retailer getting hung to dry, right? Can you see how the retailer got hung to dry? Okay. And right here, he really thinks like this thing's been moving up and up and up and up and up and up. Like he's like, oh, I'm really convinced. Okay, cool. I'm just going to take it for another 10. Just going to grab me a little 10, 20 bag. Oh, okay. I'll add to position. Leg of hope. I'm getting in. You see retail getting wrecked twice. Carnage. Okay. Let's see. So at a 17.7. So now to the left, let's see what numbers we're looking for. Yeah. See big numbers here between this time and this time. We got bigger before we saw pivot turns. Now before it, again, can we see the reverse here? Yes. Is this one smaller than this one? Yes. So this is a Mike Schwartz special. Okay. First one, 18. Second one, significantly smaller. The reverse. Are you getting it? Oh, here. 18.6. Dude, it's like Grand Central Station over here today. Holy cow. Okay. Again, pivot. Cool. So I know that a 17 is what I need for a reversal. Okay. So I hit an 18. I'm probably going to take that for a shot. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. You know, looks like it's a stop out. Not perfect. Again, I still like to read the context, and I'm still just trying a T1 plus a runner, right? And you know my whole thing. Popping in, closing out. Listen, what's that right there? That's the holy grail right there. That's money. That's just money. Should call it the money shot. Okay, moonshot. Moonshot with alpha mega cross. Yeah, let's smash that. Okay, now you see big money picking up at these pivots. When are they going to send it? Looks like they sent it here. Okay. Pick it up again. They picked up here, here, and here. Okay, so 15.9 is in play at this point, and you can see 15s, right? Can you see? This is at 2 o'clock now, so 2 p.m. 15's in play, right? You see 15's popping. So what's the size of the algo that's kicking right now? 15. Moonshot. Okay, what time of day is here? Oh, okay. So now you're talking about the lunch shift. See some spots where retail's getting wrecked. There's one. So it looks like we're going short. Looks like we're going short. Yeah. Looks like we're going short. Correct. They add to position. Leg of hope. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, I'm going to add to my position right here. Oh, last spot. Carnage. Are you reading it? A rare moonshot failure. Don't see that too often. Looks like a moonshot to the long side. Read context. This is dropped out. I would have still probably taken it. Like short special. Followed by a smaller one. First. Moonshot. Drop it like it's hot. Moonshot's good for 64 ticks. Good bread. Okay, so level 19's enough to turn it a bit, not enough to make a move. 16's almost getting ignored. Spot like this, you gotta be careful. 14.8 turned it. Okay, but man, that is a mountain. That is a middle finger play. Gotta be very careful on those. What time of day is that? 1 o'clock. Yeah, no surprise. Right on the money at 1 o'clock. Okay, there's a 17.1. That was the turn. So here you tune to 17.1. Yes. Okay, so we're looking for a 17 before we turn it. Up here, you get an 18.9, followed by a smaller one. Again, is the Mike Schwartz perfect? Nope. Right. Got a bigger one, got a smaller one. You try for it, doesn't work. Okay. Not perfect. Nothing is perfect. That's why I want you to go back, make sure you're in a scenario like that, dude, there was something running, right? You can feel that. There is something running at that time of day. What time is it? It's that lunch area. So again, one of those places you got to be careful. Beast mode, hour, continuations, and just runs. So let's just skip out on the lunch area here. Let's go to some of the fun places to play. Morning. Let's go page up here and go to our morning. Go to the 9:30 open. I'm gonna just press the wrong button. Okay, here's the open blue line there. All right, so the first one up is a level what? 16. Did it turn? Yes. So now we know that it's going to take a 16 to turn it, right? That's the way I think of it. It's not perfect, but I'm going to be looking for a 16 before I'm interested, right? 16, 13, completely overridden, right? We're looking for a 16. We're going to do a 16. There's a 14 plus another 14. So at that point, we've got the addition. Boom, there's a 19. So first place where we can start to look for a long. Here comes the Enigma long. Number 940 to 950. Oh, did I just press the F button? Okay, I must be getting too tired. Okay, we have been live streaming for right at an hour, so I'm going to keep it right there. That 1 p.m. Back of the shark on the tide. Oh yeah, so I don't have the high time frame stuff pulled up here. I do miss looking at those with you guys. Again, watch the masher high time frames. We've gone over that a lot. We didn't talk about any of that here tonight on high time frame stuff. Keep that in mind. If when in doubt, again, play the masher, folks. So many good plays still off of masher area for the biggest plays. Let's see if I missed any final questions. Pushing the high of the day up. Sound of the event. Sai throwing down $19 super chat. Hey man, thank you for that. You are the man. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Thanks for buying the coffee there. Let's see. All right, folks. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G. Don't forget, before November the 1st, I'm getting you a beanie cap and a golden knife, and you get the same offer as Black Friday for lifetime up there in the announcement section. I'll drop it there here tonight. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. This next release is going to be epic. AudioBox.